So we can tell many stories about any single event. Some of those stories are going to be helpful and some less helpful. And that's part of what Chimamanda Adichie talks about in her TED Talk. Well worth watching. But I think part of our stories is a matter of perspective. Is this a man in profile? Is this a man that we're seeing, part of his image straight on? How are we seeing it? Our story can pull together diverse experiences. So we may see that things initially start out well, and then we hit a bump in the road, but that things get better across time. Or we may see things are just bad and bad continues, right? What story are we telling? All the same dots. We may pay attention to different parts of our experience, but these are all valid parts of who we are. We can help people tell a different story. So here, President Obama is after a bombing at the Boston Marathon, said, on Monday, an act of terror wounded dozens and killed 3 innocent people at the Boston Marathon. But in the days since, the world has witnessed one thing, or one sure and steadfast truth. Americans refuse to be terrorized. Ultimately, that's what we'll remember from this week. So think about the stories that President Obama pits against each other. Think about the advantages and disadvantages of each story. So often there's some sort of discrepancy that we have to make sense of. And in this case, there's this bombing. And we need, on the one hand, we say Americans have been terrorized. On the other hand, we're saying Americans are brave and refuse to be terrorized. And we may then try and pull these together in some sort of way. So, for example, we may say, we experienced a terrorist attack, but we are brave and refuse to be terrorized. That's different than saying that we've been terrorized. So think about the consequence of those discrepancies. Often the discrepancies leave us sort of at wit's end. We're wound up. We don't know what's happening. And somehow or another, we have to make sense of that. So I'm going to stop here and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.